cut. This is a straight cut. The measurement are here. We add the waist. Let's start with the waist measurement. Waist measurement. This line, this end here is our waistline. This is our waistline. Remember our waistline is 24. 24 divided by 4 will be 6. 6, 6, 6. From our design, we add 1. What that is for a dot. That is for a dot. And then remember to add seam allowance. Seam allowance is 1 inch. So let's find our hips line where we can measure the hips measurement. Hips line we say waist divided by 4. Waist divided by 4. We have waist 24 divided by 4, 6 inches plus 2. Plus 2, that is the formula. We add 2. We add 2. We add 2 to get a parallel. And here, to get parallel, you measure 8. So 8, you get a straight line. You draw a straight line using a straight ruler. This is the low line of if this is the if line. Let's now measure our ifs. We have for our case we have 30 inches. 30 inches divided by 4. We have 30 divided by 4. We get 7 and a half. 7 and a half. 7 and a half plus 1. Remember we had 1 seam allowance at the starting point. So also we add 1 inch for seam allowance. Let's measure full length. Full length for our case we have 22 inches. 22 inches you minus 1 and a half. That is for the waistband. 1 and a half. You may start from here at the starting. You start with 1 and a half inches here. You left with the waistband. Waistband remember is 2 and a half plus half for seam allowance. You will remain with that's it with 22. Let's move here and until 22. Measure up to 22. Remember you are minus by leaving 1 and a half inch here to get that is a horizontal line. To get a parallel line, because that is for hips, you measure 22, and then 22 you draw a straight line. That is a straight line. So for the case of our aiming here at the bottom of the skirt, remember you may add, it will be a straight the parallel to that of the hips. You measure 8 and a half, 8 and a half, because it was 7 and a half plus 1, 8 and a half. For our case here will be that 7 and a half plus 1 for seam allowance. Remember, this our design is like a curve. You move inward about 1 inch, inward, and then you measure a straight line, using a straight ruler. Measure a straight line. Remember we are aiming. Aiming is 2 and a half. Aiming is 2 and a half. You add 2 and a half. That is for aiming. Then you draw that line perpendicular to the aiming. So you reflect this line. Remember this line is not a straight line perpendicular to the end here. You may reflect here this line to get this angle. This is aiming. So here for our waist, our hips measurement, you cut with a free hand. You measure with a free hand. You get hips. This is the hip line, and then you cut. This remember this is a front part. Remember this is a front part. You cut on the line. And remember one thing. This is on fold. This sign shows that on fold. So we are going to produce a back pattern. using our front pattern. Using our front, this is our front pattern. We may produce front part with the front. We leave 2 inches. That is 2 inches for the slit, and the zip. Remember this line. You draw a straight line 2 inches. This is 2 inches. 2 inches. You will come and trace this one after leaving that 2 inches. You may put this front part to produce a back part. You place here on the right arm, and then you use a dressmaking bit. When you don't have a dressmaking bit, you may put yourself on here and trace. You are producing. This is you are producing back part. Back side. You are producing back side using a paper scissor. You don't use a shear to cut a brown paper. This is now you have no need to use hair. When you trim to fit. You trim to fit. Now we have cut a back. We have cut a back view. Remember, this is the details here. The details here of this pattern. Remember, this is a back view. P for back view. And then this is we use a scale. Scale is inches. Scale inches. Full scale inches. And then this is cut. Cut two. Remember, it should be two pieces. And then this is not a, this is a final. This is a final pattern. This is a final pattern. The details for the front. This is not the details for the front. Now it's the same thing. These are front view. Scale we use inches. Scale we use full measurement. That is full measurement. This is inches. We use inches. That is the inches. And then this is cut one. This is on hold. It is cut one. It's a cut one. And then it is a final. It is a vinyl pattern. So we have got a pattern of a trade card. Welcome. By sewing it, I will show you how to sew it until the skirt is complete. Thank you.